How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name's Kyle, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the KITPVP 2.0.3 update. Let's get started. Alrighty, before I get into anything, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Updates tab just to see exactly what was updated in the 2.0.3 update. I'm going to go ahead and click Read More and just see exactly what was added in the 2.0.3 update. You can see here there is a bunch of brand new features. There's a new command, a new permission, as well as some awesome fixes that were well needed in the plugin. So you can go ahead and download this jar file by clicking this link here, or you can go ahead and click the link located right here for the 2.0.3. Once you have that downloaded, you can go ahead and drag it to your desktop, and we're going to go ahead and go into our server plugins and go ahead and drag this jar file right into your plugins folder. As you can see here, I am already currently using the kitpvp.jar, and I'm going to go ahead and just replace the file in destination. If you do not get this pop-up, don't worry about it. It just means you are not using the plugin. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and go into the KITPVP plugin folder. Inside the KITPVP, So what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to click on the KITPVP plugin folder. You can see in here we have a bunch of .yml files. This is actually from a previous version of the KITPVP plugin. And if you have the old KITPVP plugin installed, we're going to have to go ahead and change a few things. We're going to have to go ahead and change the menu.yml to menu old. And I'm going to go ahead and just change the kits.yml to kits old. Everything else here, we're going to go ahead and leave as is. And we're going to go ahead and start our server. Once your server has been started, you can then go ahead and load into your world. And as you can see here, I'm loaded into my mock hub world. And I'm going to go ahead and go into my KITPVP world. Now, if you have not used the KITPVP world, you're going to have to do a couple commands in order to get everything set up. We're going to first have to go ahead and select a spot at which we would want our players to teleport to. And as you can see, I already have mine located here. But what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and stand on the block we want them to spawn in. And we're going to go ahead and type in KP set spawn. And as you can see, it has successfully set the spawn. Now, you might have noticed that I have already received the kit selector as well as the return to hub. Now, I programmed that portal to execute a command to allow me to basically receive these items on join. Normally, you would have to do /kp spawn, and you can see then it then moves you to the spawn, and it gives me my items. I'll do that again by removing my items first, and then do kp spawn. And there you go. All right, now that we have the kp spawn set up, technically we are finished with the setup for the most part. We can customize this any way that we really want to. I'm going to go ahead and create some regions for this world to allow my players to not be able to PvP in the spawn, but allow them to PvP in the arena. So I'm going to go ahead and type in /wand, and you are going to need some world edit as well as world guard for this. You do not need it for the plugin, but I highly recommend that you get it as it's just going to make it better for you. I'm going to dig down to the bedrock layer. I'm going to left click. I'm going to go to the complete adjacent side, and I'm going to go all the way up a little bit and create a region. But first I'm going to go ahead and do position 2, and I'm going to create a region named PvP Arena 3. I'm pretty sure I already have 2 other regions named PvP Arena. So now you can see I have the PvP Arena 3 created. I'm going to go ahead and allow PvP in this arena. So if I just do /RG flag, the arena name, the flag type, so PvP, and whether or not I want to allow or deny this. And I do want to allow it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for my spawn, but I'm going to deny PvP in this region. And I'm going to do the same thing by just doing left click, right click, /RG create spawn 3. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that same flag to that region and do RG flag spawn 3, and I'm going to have to go ahead and do PvP and deny. And that's going to prevent anybody from being able to PvP within that selected region. You can see I added it up there all the way to here. And it's just going to prevent people from spawn killing. We're going to go ahead and swing over to the config.yml, and we're going to look into all of those settings. Alrighty, so as you can see here, I'm in the settings. And the one that we're going to really mess with here is we're going to go into our config.yml. I will be getting into the abilities and kits a little bit later. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and right click and edit this with Notepad++. I highly recommend, if you don't have Notepad++, to get Notepad++. Just makes your life a little bit easier. You can see here that you want to make sure that your kits as well as your leave item are set to true. If you do not want players to be able to use the leave item, you're going to want to go ahead and select this to false by just deleting this and adding the word false there. You can also see here that I'm currently running on a multiverse server as well, and I'm not running on a bungee cord server. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and leave to false. But if I was on a bungee cord server, I would want to name this specifically. Capitalization is important to what my server name that I want to basically leave to. And you're going to want to set this to true, only if you are on a bungee cord server. Now you can see here, I do have a hub plugin. So what I did was I went into the commands, and I'm going to go ahead and I went ahead and added the command player, then a colon, and then the word hub. You can also see here that I have all my aliases set to false, and I just do that just to basically make all my other plugins happy with this plugin. If I had my kits plugin set to true, it would also it might interfere with essentials kits a little bit, and it just basically makes my life a little bit easier to have these all set to false. That's pretty much everything you're going to need to know within the config.yml. We're going to go ahead and go into the kit creation section of this video, as well as adding that to the menu. All right, I'm going to go ahead and now show you guys how to make a kit in the KITPVP plugin. First off, I have a chest here, and inside this chest I have some items. I'm going to go ahead and select all these items, and I'm going to go ahead and put them on. So let me first go into GMC, and I'm going to go ahead, GMS, and that'll allow me to go ahead, place these on, and place these where I want them to be located. First, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and do KP, \KP, create, and then I'm going to type in the kit name that I want, and I'm going to go with more. Cool. And I'm going to hit enter. And as you can see, the kit Morkel has been successfully created. So I'm going to go ahead and do KP clear, and I can now go ahead, and as of right now, the kit is not in the kit selector. So what I'm going to go ahead is add that to the kit selector. So as you can see here, I'm now located in my KITPVP plugin folder, and I'm going to go ahead and go into the new menu.yml. I'm going to go ahead and add in my kit, and the easiest way to do that is to go ahead and copy the whole entire example kit and then go ahead and paste it in. Now, it is important that you backspace all the way and then hit Control V, and that's just going to paste it in the exact spot that you want it to be in. I'm going to go ahead and change the example kit name to the name of my item or my kit, and that's going to be Morkel. I'm then going to go ahead and change the name to Morkel tutorial, and I'm going to go ahead and change the item to a diamond underscore block, and we're going to go ahead and change the slot to slot 25. Now, if you're not sure as to what slot you want it to go in, you can kind of go off of the other numbers. So vampire is 22, examples is 23, and the one for Morkel is going to go ahead and go into 25. So it's going to skip a spot. And I'm going to show up a picture probably right about now, and that's going to basically just show you where every single slot item is. I now need to go ahead and add the view permission. This is going to allow players to view the kit. So if I go ahead and just do KP kit Morkel, and what I'm going to do is, if you have the kp kit.morkel I'm just going to basically interlock them to where everything's going to be the exact same. So for instance, if you have kpkit.morkel, you're going to have basically the ability to use the kit as well as the view permission. I'm going to go ahead and change the lore of the first just so you can go ahead and see it. And I'm just going to go ahead and just type some crazy letters. And you can see here, this is another important step. This is new within the new update of this plugin. We're going to have to go ahead and make sure we change these specific commands to our new commands. Basically, as of right now, they are set to the example. So when you would left click or right click, it would execute that example. No, I don't want the, oh, I guess I was holding shift down too long. As I was saying, we need to make sure that it knows that we want the Morkel kit and not the kit for the example. So I'm going to go ahead and do Morkel for the right click. I'm going to go ahead and do Morkel as well. So now I believe everything is all updated as it needs to be. You can see down here, my commands is enabled and my, what's going on here? Why do I have two of these? Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and delete one of those because there should be only one. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this bottom one. I don't understand why it copied it in twice. Maybe you guys do, and I'll probably see it in post-editing. So what I need to do is I need to make sure I enable this. If this is disabled or set to false, it is not going to allow you to use those specific commands. It's not going to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and just set this to true. And actually, I need to make sure that is a lowercase. It is very important that that is a lowercase. And I believe that's it. So if I just do save, exit that out, go back into Minecraft, and I'm going to do KP reload. And then I'm going to open up my kit selector. And as you can see, Morkel tutorial and the bunch of gibberish lettering that I have added into the lore text. If I right click, you can see that it is in fact showing that kit. I have the boots, the leggings, the chest plate, and the diamond armor. Right click on my kit selector, left click. You can now see that I have my bow, my sword, and the arrows. I'm going to now show you guys how to add an ability into this kit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys now how to add a ability to your kit. Now first we're going to have to get the text from our example.yml, and we're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to copy the ability text here located at the bottom of the .yml. We're going to hit Control-C, and then head over to the kit you would like to add the ability. You can see here I now have my Morkel.yml kit, and I'm going to go ahead and paste this right here in the bottom of the kit. Now it is very important when you hit enter at the bottom of the kit, you're going to backspace all the way, and then go ahead and paste in your ability text. Once you get your ability text, you can see now I have the ability. It's going to give me an activator, a message, a sound, potions, commands, and that's about it. We're going to go ahead and first change the name of our activator. So first I'm going to go ahead and delete all this, and I'm going to go ahead and type in subscribe, if I can spell it correctly, and like the video. Actually, I'll just go subscribe and like. And I'm going to go ahead and put a color code to this, and I'm going to just do and 7, which I believe is green. The item, we're going to go ahead and make a diamond block. I highly recommend you make this unique to each individual item for the activator. Otherwise, you could run into potential issues. So I'm going to go ahead and do a diamond underscore block. I'm going to leave the message set to enabled and just leave it as the default message, the sound as the default sound, the potion as the default potion. You can go ahead and change this to whatever potion you would like. So for example, if you would like some other potions, I'm trying to think of some, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but you can go ahead and look up the different names for different potions that are built into Spigot, and you can go ahead and add that via this. You can go ahead and set it to where the level is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, or if you're using some other ones, I believe they only go up to 4, or I think 1 or 2 goes up to 3. You can go ahead and use that level is there. You can go ahead and also adjust the duration. Now I'm going to go ahead and change this to 10 seconds, just because I want to go super fast for a super long time. I'm going to go ahead and leave the commands set to nothing. I'm just going to leave it as this default command here. Now there's one more thing we have to do. We have to give our kit the activator block. So as you can see here, I have the item as a diamond block. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is copy this text here. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter and backspace all the way. Make sure you backspace and hit Control V. We're then going to put it in the item slot number 2. And we're going to change the name. Now, the name is very important. You must have the name, the exact same name as you have it here located in the activator. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this, put in the name, and I'm going to make the item the exact item that I have located in the activator block. So I'm going to go ahead and type in diamond underscore block. And I don't want them to have 63 of these. I only want them to use it, let's say 2 times, because the duration is 10. I don't want it to be too overpowered. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that as is. And I believe that is it. You can also go ahead and change anything else in this that you want. You can, if you have not looked at the other kit part of this video, I highly recommend it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. I'm going to exit this out. And then I'm going to go ahead and go back into my Minecraft server. As you can see, I'm now in my Minecraft server. I'm going to go ahead and do /KP reload. And that's just going to successfully reload the configuration. We can go ahead and go to the kit selector and left click on the kit. As you can see, I now have a sword, a bow, and 2 of the subscribe and like blocks. Now again, these are going to give me that super boost that I really wanted, and I am super fast for a super long time. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be great. I'm going to be coming out with some more plugin videos on some of my favorite plugins. That would be also great if you could go ahead and support the channel by going over there and watching those other videos. If you have any other comments, questions, or if you would just like to chat, you can go ahead and comment down below. Or you can go ahead and go in the KITPVP Discord. They have some great community chatting over there. So you can go ahead and ask questions, or you can see the other resources that the guy who created this plugin has made. So if you would like to, again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It would really